Fuelless generator. In the late 1920s, self-taught inventor Lester J. Hendershot claimed to have created a generator that produced electrical power without fuel or an external energy source. He stated that his device tapped into Earth's magnetic field, converting naturally occurring electromagnetic currents into usable electricity. The generator was constructed from coils, capacitors, magnets, and hand-wound wiring arranged in a precise configuration. Roughly the size of a suitcase, the device appeared crude but reportedly powered light bulbs and small motors continuously during public demonstrations. No batteries, hidden wires, or mechanical inputs were found. The machine produced a steady hum and stable output, leading observers to believe it operated independently. Aviation pioneer Charles Lindbergh reportedly took interest, envisioning aircraft that could fly indefinitely without refueling. Shortly after public attention grew, demonstrations ceased and Hendershot vanished. Over the following decades, he attempted to revive his work, relocating multiple times and rebuilding prototypes that repeatedly disappeared. In 1961, he passed away in his workshop, with officials ruling the incident an electrocution. The generator was never recovered. Critics argue the device relied on misinterpreted induction effects, while supporters believe Hendershot accessed an overlooked natural energy source. His work remains one of the most debated cases of alleged free energy suppression. Frequency beam device. In the 1930s, inventor and microscopist Royal Raymond Rife developed a theory that every living organism emits a specific electromagnetic frequency and that disease could be treated by targeting harmful organisms with their precise resonant frequency. Rife believed that when exposed to this exact frequency, pathogens would destabilize and be destroyed without harming surrounding healthy tissue. To support his theory, he constructed the universal microscope, an optical device that allegedly allowed him to observe living viruses in real time using polarized light and harmonic principles. Rife reported watching microorganisms change form and hide within host cells, behavior not documented by conventional microscopy at the time. Then he built the Rife beam ray, a frequency-emitting device designed to broadcast what he called mortal oscillatory rates. According to Rife, these frequencies could destroy cancer cells, tuberculosis bacteria, and viruses non-invasively. In 1934, he claimed a clinical trial was conducted under medical supervision in California, where terminal cancer patients reportedly experienced complete remission within months. After these claims circulated, Rife's laboratory was burglarized, equipment destroyed, and critical documentation disappeared. The American Medical Association publicly discredited the technology, and legal battles followed. By the 1940s, the device was banned from medical use. Rife passed away in 1971, with his work largely erased. Although mainstream medicine rejects his conclusions, modern biology confirms that cells and pathogens respond to electromagnetic frequencies, keeping the underlying premise scientifically relevant. Etheric generator. In the 1870s, inventor John Ernst Worrell Keely claimed to have discovered a previously unknown force he called etheric energy, which he believed existed within all matter. Keely argued that every object vibrates at specific frequencies and that these vibrations could be harnessed to release immense power through resonance rather than combustion or electricity. He constructed what became known as the etheric generator, a complex machine made from brass tubes, resonators, rotating spheres, sealed chambers, and tuning mechanisms designed to respond to precise sound frequencies. Keely demonstrated the device publicly by pouring water into the engine, striking a tuning fork or plucking a string, and causing the machine to activate. Witnesses reported pistons firing, flywheels spinning, heavy steel balls rotating without any visible fuel source. Keely claimed the water merely acted as a medium and that the true power came from sympathetic vibration, unlocking etheric force. Despite attracting wealthy investors and public attention, Keely refused to fully disclose how the generator worked, insisting the technology was incomplete. After he passed away in 1898, investigators found hidden pipes and pressurized chambers beneath his workshop, leading some to claim the demonstrations relied on compressed air. Keely's surviving notes were written in obscure symbolic language and proved nearly impossible to interpret. Modern physics now describes vacuum energy, quantum fields, and zero-point energy using concepts that echo Keely's original claims. EMA motor. In the early 1970s, electrical engineer and former military technician Edwin Vincent Gray introduced a device he called the EMA motor, short for electromagnetic association motor. Gray claimed conventional electrical systems wasted most of their potential energy and that electricity itself contained an untapped component that could be accessed if handled differently. His design used high-voltage pulses, capacitors, and switching circuits arranged to separate electrical input from output, allowing the system to reuse part of its own energy continuously. During public demonstrations, Gray connected the motor to rows of incandescent light bulbs. As more bulbs were added, they continued to glow brightly without any noticeable drop in performance. Witnesses reported the motor ran cool, produced minimal noise, and appeared to deliver more energy than it consumed. Gray believed his system could power vehicles, homes, and factories without fuel, pollution, or dependence on centralized power grids. He filed dozens of patents and began planning commercial production. Before the technology could be widely tested, government agents raided his laboratory, citing regulatory and safety violations. Following the raid, financial backing disappeared, lawsuits mounted, and Gray withdrew from public view. He passed away in 1989, officially from heart failure, though supporters questioned the timing and circumstances. Today, only partial patents, photographs, and degraded recordings remain, leaving unresolved whether the EMA motor represented a misunderstood electrical anomaly or a deliberately suppressed energy technology. Lifter. In the 1920s, Thomas Townsend Brown developed a device consisting of asymmetrical capacitors that produced thrust when charged with high voltage, later called a lifter or ionocraft. The device had two electrodes, a thin wire on top, and a larger metal sheet below, separated by a small gap. When powered with 20,000 to 50,000 volts, the device lifted off and hovered, seemingly defying gravity. Brown claimed this demonstrated the Biefeld-Brown effect, a coupling between electricity and gravity. The lifter required no moving parts, no fuel, and produced only a faint hum and subtle corona glow around the wire. He built larger disc-shaped versions, some several feet in diameter, demonstrating them to military officials and aerospace engineers. Classified tests reportedly occurred in the 1950s, though official adoption never happened. Mainstream physics explains the effect as ion wind. High-voltage ionization pushes air downward, creating lift. Brown and supporters argued ion wind alone could not account for some larger efficient devices, suggesting a deeper principle linking high-voltage fields and gravity. Today, hobbyists replicate lifters reliably in air, though they fail in a vacuum, fueling ongoing debate about hidden electrogravitic effects. Some researchers experiment with larger lifters for drone technology applications. Others explore potential spacecraft propulsion using similar high-voltage principles. Bedini motor. In the 1980s, John Bedini developed a device he claimed could charge batteries while simultaneously running a motor using radiant energy and back electromotive force, or back EMF. Bedini stated that where electric motors switch off, they produce a spike of energy, normally wasted as heat, which could be captured and redirected to charge a secondary battery. His system used a rotating wheel with magnets, electromagnetic coils pulsed in sequence, and a rapidly switching circuit. According to Bedini,
The motor could run indefinitely by recycling its own energy while charging batteries more efficiently than conventional methods. Demonstrations at energy conferences reportedly showed unusual battery longevity and enhanced performance. Bedini published detailed schematics online, encouraging experimenters worldwide to replicate his design. Thousands built their own motors, with reports varying from successful battery overcharging to conventional energy behavior. Skeptics argued apparent gains came from measurement errors, while supporters believed the devices tapped into zero-point energy or etheric forces not acknowledged by mainstream physics. Bedini emphasized that conventional testing failed to measure radiant energy correctly. He died in 2016, leaving a community of experimenters who continued to build, modify, and explore potential applications of his technology, including off-grid power solutions and self-sustaining battery systems. Some enthusiasts claim Bedini's methods could be applied to small-scale grid-free energy setups. Others speculate his designs offer insights into unconventional energy storage methods yet to be fully explored.
Repulsene. In the 1930s and 40s, Austrian inventor Victor Schauberger developed a disc-shaped device called the repulsene, based on his theories of implosion technology. Schauberger believed that nature operates primarily through implosive forces rather than explosive ones, and that harnessing these forces could produce anti-gravity effects and limitless energy. He studied water vortices in mountain streams, observing how water spirals, cools, and gains velocity naturally as it moves through rivers and natural systems. Schauberger claimed that specific spiral motions could concentrate energy rather than dissipate it, and that mimicking these patterns could unlock hidden natural forces. The repulsene consisted of a disc with curved blades spinning rapidly, drawing air inward through spiral pathways to create controlled implosion. According to reports, the device generated powerful upward thrust, causing it to hover or lift off the ground. During World War II, the Nazi regime reportedly forced Schauberger to develop propulsion systems for military applications at a facility in Leonstein, Austria. Witnesses claimed they saw test models fly. After the war, he stated that his research and prototypes were confiscated by American forces. In the 1950s, Schauberger attempted to commercialize his inventions in the United States, but partnerships ended under duress, and he returned to Austria, dying shortly after in 1958. His son, Walter, later promoted the repulsene concept, but no working models were ever publicly demonstrated. Mainstream science dismisses the device, though enthusiasts continue experimenting with vortex-based propulsion. Some researchers argue that understanding natural implosion patterns could transform modern energy technology. Others believe Schauberger's observations of water and air dynamics hold untapped applications for renewable energy systems. Testatika. In the 1960s, Swiss engineer Paul Baumann of the Maternitha community developed an electrostatic generator called the Testatika, allegedly producing continuous power without external input. The device featured two counter-rotating acrylic discs mounted horizontally, each with aluminum foil segments passing near stationary electrodes to generate electrostatic charges, similar to a Wimshurst machine. Unlike conventional machines, the Testatika reportedly powered its own motors and had excess energy to light bulbs and small appliances. Baumann demonstrated it selectively, allowing photos and video, but prohibiting technical inspection. Baumann stated it captured atmospheric electricity and electrostatic environmental charges. Observers noted steady lights and smooth operation, though independent verification was denied. Skeptics suspect hidden batteries or concealed wiring, while supporters argue the device exploits genuine electrostatic principles not fully understood. The Testatika remained in operation for decades, and the Maternitha community continues maintaining it privately, keeping its workings secret, leaving many questions about the limits of atmospheric energy harvesting.
Some engineers study Testatika for potential low-energy home power systems. Others speculate it could inspire new electrostatic propulsion technologies. N-machine. In the 1970s, physicist Bruce DePalma developed a homopolar generator called the N-machine, claiming it produced more electrical energy than consumed. The device used a magnetized rotating disc or cylinder with electrical contacts to extract current. While homopolar generators are well understood, DePalma asserted his design achieved over-unity by tapping rotational energy from space itself, creating a previously unrecognized source of free energy. Powerful neodymium magnets spun at high speeds, generating current through electromagnetic induction. DePalma demonstrated significant output and claimed measurements proved energy exceeded mechanical input. Papers described his findings and prototypes, some intended for practical power generation. Supporters argued independent tests confirmed over-unity, while skeptics cited measurement errors or misinterpreted physics. DePalma sought investors and commercial applications, but died in 1997 without widespread adoption. Small communities continue exploring his designs, believing they hint at new physics, while critics maintain conventional electromechanical laws explain all observed effects. Some enthusiasts attempt to integrate N-machine principles into modern renewable energy experiments. Others believe it provides a conceptual bridge between classical mechanics and unconventional energy theories.
Electrogravitics engine. In the 1920s, physicist and inventor Thomas Townsend Brown began experimenting with high-voltage electrical systems and noticed that charged capacitor plates appeared to move in a preferred direction. He concluded that electricity and gravity were linked and named the phenomenon the Biefeld-Brown effect. Brown believed gravity could be manipulated using electric fields, a concept he called electrogravitics. His experiments involved asymmetrical capacitors suspended in insulating materials, which produced thrust when energized, seemingly without reaction mass. Brown envisioned silent aircraft, space vehicles without rockets, and propulsion systems that relied solely on high voltage. He designed disc-shaped craft using curved electrodes and lightweight materials to maximize the effect. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, Brown filed patents and attempted to attract academic and industrial support. During the Cold War, his work drew military interest, and he began working with defense contractors on classified projects. Electrogravitics research was officially dismissed as impractical, yet declassified documents later revealed U.S. military agencies quietly studied Brown's findings. By the 1950s, rumors spread that experimental craft based on electrogravitic principles were being tested, possibly explaining early UFO sightings. Orgone accumulator. In the 1940s, Wilhelm Reich, once a protege of Sigmund Freud, claimed to have discovered a universal life force he called orgone energy, which he said permeated all matter and influenced weather, plant growth, human health, and cosmic motion. Reich stated that humans both emitted and absorbed orgone, creating a vital field that pulsed through everything. To harness it, he built the orgone accumulator, a human-sized box made from alternating layers of organic and metallic materials, such as wood, steel, wool, cotton, and sheet metal. The design supposedly trapped and concentrated orgone energy, allowing a person inside to absorb it. Reich also conducted experiments on plants, animals, and mice with cancer, claiming accelerated healing and regeneration. He published findings documenting effects, but in the 1950s, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration declared orgone energy non-existent and ordered him to stop distributing accumulators. Reich refused, asserting that courts could not dictate scientific truth. In 1956, federal agents destroyed his machines, burned books and papers, and confiscated all materials. Today, concepts in modern physics like zero-point energy and quantum vacuum fluctuations
echo aspects of Reich's orgone descriptions, suggesting his work may have been a precursor to unrecognized energetic principles. Earth battery. In the early 1900s, Nathan Stubblefield developed a system called the Earth battery, claiming to transmit both power and communications through the ground. Stubblefield believed natural currents in the Earth could be tapped to conduct energy and wireless signals. His system used metal rods or plates buried at different locations, connected to transmitters and receivers. In 1902, he demonstrated voice transmission from a boat on the Potomac River to the shore without visible wires, with witnesses reporting clear audio. Stubblefield also claimed the battery could extract usable electrical power from the ground, lighting lamps and running small devices. He filed patents but kept critical details secret, fearing theft. Efforts to commercialize the technology failed, leaving him isolated. Modern analysis suggests the Earth battery likely relied on galvanic action between dissimilar metals in soil, similar to a potato battery, while his wireless transmission may have used ground conduction. Some aspects, such as claimed high-power transmission, remain unexplained, fueling continued interest in early natural energy systems. Some modern researchers attempt to recreate Stubblefield's experiments with soil conductivity. Others believe studying the Earth battery could reveal overlooked low-energy generation methods. Curious to see even more impossible inventions that history tried to erase? Check out my other videos and discover the secrets they didn't want you to know.